Hey guys, this is Chris with Half Chrome. Occasionally we talk about some of the kit and gear that we use. I'm going to do a little bit of that today. So a few months ago, IFOOTAGE, which is a British tripod and accessory maker, sent us this tripod here. This is the Gazelle TA6, and it very quickly became by far the best and favorite tripod that we use. As you can see, I kind of have it set up here for studio work. I have our fluid head on here, which I'm going to be moving in a minute, and I've got this little screen, this little 5-inch screen that I use to tell if I'm in focus when I'm filming by myself. But they went ahead and sent us yet another tripod, and that's this guy here. This is the TC7. Now the 7 tells you kind of what the breed of tripod it is. The C is for carbon, and this guy has carbon fiber legs. The carbon fiber legs make it actually incredibly light and actually increase the weight capacity. So this thing can actually hold more weight. But there are other differences in the design as well, and I'm going to get into that some more. This is now kind of our favorite tripod, and we use it for different reasons. So this is my on-the-go tripod. This is now my studio tripod, and I'll tell you all about why in a minute. You may have also noticed I have these things on here. These are called SEASTARS, also from IFOOTAGE. They sent me a couple of these, and these solve a problem that we always have in the studio or when we're out and about, which is just switching out kit. I've got a couple different things here. I've got my camera on the IFOOTAGE fluid head, and over here I've got a little cheap slider I got on Amazon. Don't have a really nice slider yet. Maybe IFOOTAGE will help out there someday, but what I've got right now I want to show you is the SEASTARS, and I'll get more into this, but you can see how this can solve a problem for you, which is getting things on really quick and easy. So I'll be right back to talk more about the TC7 and the SEASTARS. Before I talk about the TC7, let's switch out and get my favorite on-the-go setup going here. So these tripods can handle a lot of weight, definitely more than what I throw at them, which is my little APS-C size sensor Sony camera. But that being said, it is perfect for what I do out in the field. So why is this one better in the field? Well, this thing has a super wide leg base. You notice I have no extension ability here, so the legs are longer on this tripod. That also means they're spread more, which makes it more stable. When I was filming out with a smaller tripod out in the field, one thing I noticed was when I moved the fluid head around, sometimes the tripod would lift off the ground. Having the wider base is helpful. There's something else helpful too, which is this grip right here. So now what I do when I'm out and about is I can just pull down right in the center, and this thing is just rock solid. And this is just the perfect place to have this. There's a couple other advantages to this I'll show in a second as well. So IFOOTAGE calls this the FastBowl. And just a quick little twist, and you can account and adjust for any small errors in the tilt on uneven surfaces of your tripod. And this is by far the fastest system I've ever used for making those adjustments. And it's just really easy too. I mean, this is so easy to turn. You don't have to crank it to get it nice and snug. Before I show you really the craziest feature of this FastBowl, let me take my camera off, which again, you notice, super easy. You may be aware some higher end tripods, you can flip them around and get your tripod mount actually underneath. And that can be helpful for some situations, for example, macro photography. And this is where this thing is just totally wild. I've never seen anything like this. Rather than just keep unscrewing this forever, I just give it a couple turns and I press this button and this slides right off. They actually have like a half thread in here, and you can disengage the threads, and so you're not screwing forever. And I've never seen that before. So this is how easy this is. And look, just to re-engage, and I mean, if that doesn't bring a smile to your face, I don't know what does. This thing is just wild. I've never seen anything like that. I'm sure there might be other ones out there, I don't know, but this thing is just fantastic and just amazing to use and super cool technology. Like all the IFOOTAGE tripods, everything's really nice, strong, sturdy, easy to use. Here you can see how the legs can tilt up, and this is This is as far as they go. Obviously there's no point in going further than this, but what's really cool about this is you can see without the extension tube here, I can actually make use of this. I can have my camera this close to the ground, and as opposed to other systems where you're going to have the camera still up here on that extension arm. This unlocks really easily. Got 3 different angles for the tripod for maximum utility. Super sturdy, super stiff. These little locks are incredibly easy to use. It doesn't take a ton of torque, easier than like my bicycle quick release. But that's basically what you're dealing with here. A little quick release, super easy, super sturdy. Love the hardware for my IFOOTAGE. This is normally what a pain it is to get stuff on and off. But I wanted to show you guys the threads here. So when I saw these on the website, I asked for them from IFOOTAGE. They said, sure, we'll send a couple in the mail. And then I looked a little bit closer. I was like, oh, these are 3/8" threads. 3/8" threads are usually what you have on the tripod to mount to some kind of head, like my fluid head or a ball head. And that kind of wasn't what I was expecting. I was kind of initially hoping for a 1/4 thread because that is what is between your tripod and your camera usually. So I was thinking, I want to switch out cameras more quickly, not necessarily other tripod hardware. So I was a little disappointed, but then I watched their video again. They said it's 3/8 and 1/4. I was like, how is that possible? I've never seen anything like that. So on the bottom of these, there's actually a threaded insert. So you can change the female thread that you're putting on your tripod to a 1/4" thread, which would let me put the SEASTAR onto a normal tripod adapter. But what about the top? I still need to be able to screw that in. And that's really where I got kind of amazed. I've never seen anything like this. The 3/8" thread slides down to reveal a 1/4 thread. So you can totally choose the system that you want to use here. You can use these for switching out cameras with the 1/4, or you can use them on 3/8" thread. And I don't think IFOOTAGE doesn't even really explain how this all works on their website. So I was just like fascinated and amazed when I got these. These are beefy enough. You can see no wobble at all. So they're beefy enough to handle your 3/8", your big fluid heads, much bigger camera equipment than I use. But still, you can also use them for just your camera threads as well, which is amazing. So pick the system you want. Either way, this thing works, and it's going to be super easy to use. One thing you may run into with these is if you loosen these not quite all the way, it will detach, and then look, this rotates back. So at this point, I can't get this back in. So whenever you open it, you just open it all the way, and it's easy to fix if you've already taken your camera off or your kit. And then it just locks back open. I can drop something back on again. So just something to be aware of. It is super easy to use if you use it as intended, and pop this all the way over till it locks. So again, super easy. Love using this thing. All right, guys, to wrap it all up, the TC7, definitely the on-the-go tripod for us. It's lightweight, the ability to get the camera as low as I need to, and the stability, being able to hold it here, the extra wide wheelbase of the legs. This is just the go-to on-the-road videography and photography tripod for me right now. The TA6, still the studio tripod, and now with these SEASTARS, the ability to switch things back and forth for on the road, in the studio, has really just made life a lot easier, and it still puts a smile on my face every time I get to use either this carbon fiber tripod or these amazing SEASTARS. So I hope that's helpful. If you guys appreciate this content and this review of this kit, just let us know in the reviews. Check out our Patreon. You can subscribe to that for a chance to win drones, and subscribe to our channel. That's what helps us out the most, really. Also, check us out at halfchrome.com. I'll see you guys next time.